what's up? It's Rika here and welcome to Beauty Insider's Halloween special segment. I was thinking of sharing with you guys a little horror slash thriller story that I have that's happened to me quite recently while I do my makeup in the spirit of Halloween. So without further ado, let's go. So here I'll be doing a makeup look that's based on pre-plastic surgery. Right before you do the actual surgery, that's where they, mark the lines that you want to lift, the Botox area. So this is the kind of look that I'm trying to go for. Before applying any makeup, always make sure that you put on some primer beforehand. So here I'll be using the Sebum Fix Prime Primer Hydrating by Vanilla Co. So the first makeup product that I'll be applying to my face would be the concealer, and here I'll be using the Sephora Best Skin Ever at the shade of 13. So I'm gonna just highlight areas that I would normally do, but this time make sure to highlight areas that you know that people would normally get Botox. So here, especially here, as well as down here. Okay, so let me just tell you a story how my friends went into an abandoned asylum. Conveniently while I do a triangle, oh my god. Okay, so the story starts when I was studying in the UK, specifically in Wales, earlier in January 2020. I didn't stay in the UK very long due to the pandemic, so my journey basically revolved around 6 months in the UK, stuck on campus. I lived in a dorm with about 8 housemates, and I lived with one Malaysian and the rest of them were the locals. And the interesting part here was that they're all mixed, regardless if you're a girl or a boy. So the next product I'll be applying to my skin would be the Silkygirl Magic BB Cream All-in-One 01 Natural. So here, the reason why I use BB cream is because it's more shinier compared to your regular foundation, and I wanted that artificial shine because every person who had plastic surgery would always have really nice skins because the UK government weren't really strict about traveling. So we walked a lot, we explored to a lot of random parks. So I live in Carmarthen, Wales. So that area in the UK is rather rural, and Carmarthen was very well known for its old architecture. So moving on to the brows, I'll be using the Feisty Chick Seal Brown Browslayer pencil. And most of the time in the UK, it would always rain, but I remember during summer, which was sometime in June, and so the locals would normally say how terrible the weather is, how it always rains and such, but all throughout my stay there, it was always sunny. Towards the end, on my final day, the weather became so gloomy and so sad. It was as if God knew that I was equally as miserable because I didn't want to go back, because I was already so happy to be with my friends. I was enjoying my time, and on my last day to return home, the weather was extremely gloomy. It was cold, it was wet. So I'm gonna go with the dark eyeshadow where it kind of hoods over here to the corners of my eye and make it shiny in the middle so that it gives that glamorous poof. So here I'll be using the Revolution Makeup Revolution London Fortune Favours the Brave. I'll be using the shade Latte to give it a base first before applying the other colors. So on my last day on campus, while I was packing my stuff that day, my housemates, the 2 of them, they asked me, "Hey Rika, do you want to explore an abandoned house with us tonight?" And I was like, I'm leaving tonight. I don't want to bring some sort of ghost 12,000 kilometers back. No. But I've always been intrigued to find out what's inside that asylum. Okay, side note, how we found out there was an asylum there was, wait, let me just add another color to the corner of my eyes. I'll be using the Caffeine Fix. So how we found out there was an asylum there was basically on one of our random walks around campus. We found this little park nearby. It was literally 5-minute walk to go there. We were very impressed by the nature, to see all these big trees, beautiful hills, let me tell you. We found a lot of old buildings, and we were quite curious. We were intrigued to know what's inside. We looked through the windows and we saw a lot of furniture being strewn across the room, and a lot of old files scattered all over the floors, old computers, and we were like, what is this place? And as we walked further, we found a lot of signage saying this is the ward, this is the lobby, this is the physiotherapy and stuff. And then we were like, huh, already. And then what's even more scarier was the fact that there was also a chapel. Mind you, there's a lot of chapels scattered around Wales, or in the UK in general, and this is one of them. And this little chapel that we saw, I looked through the keyhole only to see it so dusty and all the furnitures are upside down. We couldn't enter in any of the buildings. It's locked, obviously. And we went back and we did our little research on Mr. Google and we found out that it was indeed an asylum. Yeah, it was confirmed, and it was closed down sometime in the early 2000s. I'm gonna push it a little further and make it darker, just at the corner here. And I'll be using the darkest color in this palette, which is the Black Wa. I'll be using a brush that's more precise so that I have more control to, you know, make my wing. The next color that I want to add to make it look more glamorous is something with a little bit of sparkle. So I'll be using the color Super Gold. Something about using my finger when I apply eyeshadow, it gives this extra control for some reason, and more color is being attached to it. It doesn't matter what color eyeshadow you want to do for this look. I wanted to go with something more neutral, more darkened towards the eye region, because I really want to emphasize the lips later, which you'll see in a bit. For mascara, I'll be using Deja Vu's Lengthening Pure Black Mascara. If you want to get any products from Deja Vu, like this mascara over here, you can go click the link in the description below so that you get to shop beauty and get rewarded. First things first, I'm gonna use the bronzer over here and just gonna accentuate up there. Yep, do you see that? Here I'll be using Duck's You Glow Girl Face Palette Bohemian Tan. So fast forward to when my housemates invited me to join their expedition to explore an abandoned asylum, which I kindly declined because I didn't want to bring back a ghost all the way to Malaysia, 12,000 kilometers away. So I decided to pack my bags and just wait for them to come back. I'm gonna put some blusher as well to give it some life to the cheekbones that I just created. It's okay if your makeup doesn't look even, because we want to go for the botched look, right? I'm just gonna add a bit of highlighter over here, especially the nose, because nose job. So moving on to our lips, I want to make my lips look huge, like I just did a lip job. So I'm gonna overline my lips just like how you see in those TikTok trends. So you're just gonna overline your lip by closing your lips together and then just draw it above that, okay? So I don't think I can speak while I do this, so let me just do it real quick. Oh, by the way, I don't really know the name of this lip pencil because it got smudged away. I'm sorry. For the lipstick, I'll be using Beautyra's Pillow Lip Creamy Matte Lipstick at the shade of Drama Queen. I got this from Inside Mall as well, and you can get a range of Beautyra products as well at Inside Mall. I was cooking in my kitchen at that time, and then we came back and it looked rather dull, very solemn. You know, like they left being very cheerful and everything, and then they came back looking sad. And I was like, what happened? Don't tell me you brought back the ghost with you, because like, I'm gonna push it even further and use lip gloss on top of this to give it more shine. I'll be using Benefit's Rockateur lip gloss onto my lips to give that extra shine. Yeah. See that gloss? Yeah. Before the actual surgery, the doctors would always mark your areas that you want to highlight or lift or even put in some Botox. So we're gonna do those marks onto our face as though that the doctor did it. I'm using Kiss Me Heroin Make Long Stay Sharp Gel Liner at the color of jet black. So my friends and I sat down for dinner and they explained what they saw. Oh, I didn't mention this. The reason why they invited me to go explore that day was because they found a door that was unlocked. What other day would it be perfect to, you know, go check out an abandoned asylum? They told me what they saw the second they stepped through the door was that everything was dismembered. Like furnitures were broken, forgotten documents. So it was quite a sight to see, to say the least. So they walked further down the corridor. Mind you, this building is humongous. Like it goes acres and acres away. This is not your typical small clinic. This is like a big building. They walked further down the corridor and they found this door that says faces, spaces, cases. And they were like, who would write such a thing? They took photos of it and they showed it to me, and I was like, doesn't sit right with me. They found this other room that was closed and they opened the door, and the second they stepped inside the room, on the ceiling it says When shall we meet again? If I was there with them, I would have run. I would have like ran as fast as I could out of that whole building. But they didn't. They went further. One of my flatmates wanted to go upstairs to the first floor, but my Malaysian friend, she was like, she doesn't feel right about going and she doesn't feel good, but she still took that courage to keep walking further, and she did. And that's when she saw a little kid at the end of the corridor. She just pulled him and said, I think it's time for us to go, and that's when they leave. She felt not welcome, so she didn't want to like go against that, so that's why she felt like it's time for them to leave. So that's when the story really ended for them. So yeah, when they came back, it was like all their energy were drained and they were really tired. And you'll know when you meet an entity that's not very welcoming of you. You just know, you know, and you just have this really bad feeling, this like in your gut kind of feeling that's like looming inside. And yeah, that's the final look. Let me just finish it all off with a setting spray so that it doesn't go anywhere. And to give it extra shine, I'll be using the Aloette Platinum Skincare Set and Shield Makeup Spray. Yeah, this is my final look for my plastic surgery makeup. If you recreate this look, remember to tag us at beautyinsider.my or beautyinsidersg for a chance to be featured on our Instagram. Make sure to subscribe with us down below and share with us in the comment section on what other makeup looks should we try for Halloween this year. Click on the notification bell so that you get to be notified once our next Halloween special is up. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!